Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Smashcast TV. We have the last match of the day for the SCA region here between the Prime NND and Happy Feet. It's a best of 3 that's gone to the last match, the third match, the most important one, the one that makes you win the whole game, the whole series, sorry. In this case, the Prime NND and Happy Feet will both be fighting for that chance to stay in the winner's brackets, and whoever loses will have to sadly go down to the loser's brackets and face possible elimination. That said, the first game goes to Happy Feet, second game goes to the Prime NND. Let's see who takes it now. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Hope you enjoy the cast as per usual. Let's get right into the draft, shall we? Shadow Shaman and Timbersaw picked up by the Prime NND. Happy Feet pick up a Bristleback, a Rubik, and an Ursa. So Happy Feet like the Bristleback pick. Say, hey, how about we borrow that idea and use it ourselves? After all, that Heaven's Halberd has buffed this guy to no end. It's actually ridiculous. And the Solar Crest nerf is not even that big a deal for him because even though he likes to go for the build for Solar Crest, he still has the Viscous Nasal Goo, which adds the armor anyway. So the 12 to 10 nerf that happened to the Solar Crest doesn't matter to it. In fact, he's actually as buff as ever. And more importantly, in the SCA region, this kind of hero, the constant team fight hero, the I want to thrash my enemies but don't care about my own net worth hero, are you kidding me? It's ideal for them. Now, they also pick up a Rubik and an Ursa, so they go for a snowball strategy. Interesting that they're going to pick up a Bristleback in the offlane rather than as a carry that's been picked often. So Happy Feet did not believe in Bristleback carry yet, but offlane Bristleback works well as long as you combine it with some sort of other dual offlaner. You see a Night Stalker ban, it's obvious Prime NND realized that was a really strong hero and decided to ban it regardless, and the Warlock, of course, which would have gone great with the Bristleback. You still have other options for him. The Prime NND are going to steal a playoff Happy Feet's book. Interesting, they're kind of exchanging picks here. So Prime NND still sticking with their Shadow Shaman pick. They think that's really strong and they played it really well. However, they combine it now with a Timbersaw and a Kunkka. Kunkka plus Shadow Shaman is ridiculous. What the fuck is happening here, Lich? Okay, this is fantastic. Kunkka plus Shadow Shaman is ridiculous. You have so many stuns to go with them. So many stuns combined with each other. And now with a new boat, it's so easy to land. Honestly, a toddler could do it. Kunkka takes not that much skill to use in a very basic level now, so he's much more powerful as a support. Still has the high armor, high space attack damage, combines with the Shadow Shaman. The creep aggro helps melee supports as well. So, I mean, fantastic pick here for the Prime NND. Now you combine it with the Timbersaw. Early game domination is the name of the game. You try to go for some early game kills. Shadow Shaman and Kunkka, utilize them easily, even an offensive tri-lane. Timbersaw gets you a bit of space in the early game. Invoker can just help out with Sunstrikes, and you get a lot of space for him and for whatever carry you have. 3-man gank squad is enough. Happy Feet, that Lich. Supposedly, maybe an answer to the Kunkka Shadow Shaman picks, both low range. One actually is melee, and the other one has a really low attack range. So the armor is going to help a bit, though against Timbersaw, armor is not going to help too much, and the damage from Kunkka and Shadow Shaman is mainly magical, so don't really understand this Lich pick too much. It's going to help Ursa to some degree in Bristleback as well against the physical damage. They're kind of hoping for a strong physical carry, I suppose, and Lich really counters that. And the early game push that Prime NND might be going for, best countered with the extra armor onto towers, especially when you're trying to counter those mass Serpent Wards, because the Lich attack damage and attack range is enough to destroy the Serpent Wards, but his armor is needed to defend those towers. Now, last pick for the Prime NND, that's why I was going so fast, goddammit. This carry, what are they going to pick up for a carry this game? Legion Commander, screw it. Woo! Legion Commander offlane. So it's really strong against Bristleback, but no, terrible idea. Troll Warlord comes to mind as a better possibility. Even Sven, honestly, with the recent buffs, there's 2 melee heroes on the enemy team. Okay, it's not a carry, it's an offlane, and Timbersaw's gonna be the carry. Alright, that's a bit more dangerous. We'll talk about this in a second after we predict Happy Feet's pick. That was unpredictable. That's wow. Okay, that's full-on team fight. Happy Feet need to pick up now a mid that can somehow stop us Enigma. They already have a Rubik though. I just realized they pick an Enigma into a Rubik. That is quite dangerous. You're kind of just waiting for the Rubik to steal your black hole, blink in, and boom, win the game for you. Happy Feet are a bit appalled by this. Maybe the Puck is a good idea. The Silence is strong. He's powerful against the Invoker. Takes advantage of the new deny 30% experience thing. That's not bad, actually. That's a lot of experience per Puck. And if you can win the lane against the Invoker, which you should be able to if he plays aggressively, then it benefits him quite a lot. Those kind of heroes have been benefited as well by the intelligence change as well, so Puck would be alright. Lina, but oh no, Lina's banned. I don't like the Puck, the Quap though to this game. Against the Enigma. I mean, I think the Enigma is the best thing you want to counter. The whole lineup as a whole, right? Like, the mid-game kind of power is really countered by a Puck. I think they're going to fight in the mid-game. You have a Bristleback Ursa, you gotta need some magical damage. You already have a lot of resistance. Maybe a low armor hero like an Ember would be really helped by a Lich. An Ember is okay here. The Searing Chains are pretty powerful, so they get caught in a black hole because of his invulnerability. Could be an Ember, actually. Ember doesn't seem too bad. Powerful against Timbersaw. Only weakness is against the Shadow Shaman Kunkka. Those two will always find him. He'll have to rely on a Lincoln Sphere. The Puck is a bit better at that because he can evade it easily. God damn it. The one pick I said I didn't like. The Queen of Pain for Happy Feet. I mean, she goes for Orchid early, so I can counter the Enigma with that Orchid if he doesn't go for BKB, but BKB is almost granted on the Enigma. Then again, the Waning Rift functions the same matter. She is more early game-ish and can dominate the lane, but it does decently against an Invoker in lane. Not as well as a Puckett, for example, because you can't use your Blink too offensively. The Shadow Shaman and Koga counter in the same way that they counter the Ember Spirit. Actually, she's not going to play so aggressively. It is better in team fights, so it's a bit better in that regard. Also stronger against Timbersaw because of her high amount of magical damage. And if she does go for Aetherlence, which was recently buffed for mid-heroes and other sorts of carries, because now it gives you mana regen, which is actually worth it, as opposed to the health regen, which is a carry you don't care as much for. The Queen of Pain might actually want to go for that early on, just for a little bit of boost, like similar ways you go for the Veil of Discord before on Queen of Pain, etc., etc. It's nice stats that Aetherlence gives you, and you can go use that against an Enigma, for example, and use a Sonic Wave from afar just to finish him off. There's no like, oh, I'm low on HP, Black Hole, oh, we wins the game, great job at BF1. That's not going to happen, because the Queen of Pain will kill him from afar, so that's pretty good. Sonic Wave pierces through BKB no matter what. You can actually go for Aetherlence Agatives, and the increase from Aetherlence 6% is not that big a deal, but with the new intelligence buffs, and since you're going to go for Orchid anyway, could work out. It really depends on the execution, though. This game is actually going to be very, very dependent on the execution. Both teams have a mid-game, early-game lineup, so it's not like one has an advantage really over the other. One team's team fight is slightly better, but the other team has stronger carries, so they do get some early-game kills. They could snowball a bit further. However, the team with the less carries, ironically, has more early-game kill potential. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's definitely going to be up to execution. That mid-game is going to be wonderful. Team fight after team fight after team fight. You want SCA, it's going to be SCA in full force. That said, guys, let's pretend the teams real quick. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Let's get right into the game, seeing what Happy Feet and the Prime NND are offering us. Jesse Vash here will be the Lich in the support position. Joining him as the second support is going to be Jules on the Rubik. In the mid lane, a Queen of Pain played by Benher, or Benyer. I don't know how you pronounce your name, my friend. I think it's a reference. That's what a co-caster once told me, but James Nathan will be playing on the Ursa. He's the stand-in for this Happy Feet team as the carry. In the offlane, a Bristleback played by Yaj. Finally, now for the team from Greater Jakarta, the Prime NND. NFL are playing the Shadow Shaman, the support position, as the second support is going to be the Kunkka played by R7. In the mid lane, an Invoker here played by Ruzman. On the Timbersaw in the carry position. Yeah, it almost sounds weird to say. It's going to be Panda. And in the offlane, BFL as the Enigma. Yeah, that's it, actually. I thought there was more to his name, but no, that was it. I don't know why I trailed off at the end. No. This is a really weird lineup by the Prime NND, really relying on the team fight. And I mean, you don't even have a carry. Timbersaw and Invoker pseudo carries, I suppose. And Invoker, the worst part is that he's not going to be able to help too much until he gets that level 6. So you're really hoping this Shadow Shaman Kunkka works well. That makes this whole smoke idea much more understandable. Yep, smoke up and go for a Shackles plus Torrent kills. That's not bad. The Shadow Strike is probably going to be the first spell by Queen of Pain, though she might just reserve it. Depends on how aggressive she wants to play. With a smoke, you might surprise her. There's a ward here, so she's definitely not expecting this. But of course, with only Torrent level 1, either you use it on Benyer in time with... Oh, actually, the range might be able to hit her. Oh, you start off with Torrent, then you Shackle. That's not a bad idea with Sunstrike as well. For now, Benher is not gonna go near the lane, though. And not even skilling that Shadow Strike. They don't know this. Yep, they gave up. They gave up. Well, it seems like all that they needed here was resilience, patience. Yep, the great skills in Dota. That was a miss lasted by the Ursa, by the way. Jesus Christ. Jesus, you have Furious Stripes on the target. What is your bet for the last game? The Happy Feet or the Prime NND? Considering this draft, I still want to go for Happy Feet because I trust in their execution, but the Prime NND might win this. I still think the draft here for the Prime NND seems very risky, whereas the draft for Happy Feet seems a bit easier to execute, especially with the Queen of Pain pick. I mean, honestly, I didn't like the pick in the beginning, but now it's kind of I'm growing fond of it. It's not bad. Takes advantage of the dynamic mechanics a bit. I mean, not the best last hitter though. High attack damage, but terrible attack animation. Jesus, so annoying. Look, she's missing so many last because of the attack animation. And, well, I was also calculating her damage badly. She's trying to get a lot of denies as well to increase her experience. That's interesting. Almost level 3. But the Invoker's still winning the lane because there's not been any support rotations. And like I said, Prime NND's draft is much harder to execute here. There are no support rotations happening. I mean, right now, finally go on to Jesse Vash. Torrent will miss. So, well, good attempt. I mean, it was a nice, like, cosmetic. So, good show off and good job showing off that. Besides that, not a big deal. That extra creep is making this mid lane much more contested. There are always creeps in the mid lane. It's not that easy to clear. That's interesting. Bristleback, careful. He's been shackled. They might want to torrent him, but he still has one level of Bristleback and the Cold Spray already, so that's dangerous. Ooh, Cold Snap onto Ben-Hur. He's trying to get the kill on Rue's mind. He has a double damage, so Ben-Hur will end up getting the skill on the Invoker, even killing the Force Spirit right afterwards, and using that double damage very efficiently in the early game. It's minute 2, so it's the first Rune that just spawned, and oh, Ben-Hur not killed by a Sunstrike. Ooh, first Rune that just spawned. Now you can just blink away and you no, I forgot not use the shrine. No more shrines anymore in the early game, so he has to go back to base unless he heals up with a salve and the bottle, but that's a terrible idea. Yeah, the salve even came at a certain time, but it was just like, nah. There's no point in using the salve now. I have to go home and shrine, and I can't even shrine with the base. Wow, they've really nerfed that early game aggression. That is, I'm not concerned that at all. With kills like this, the co-op can't be as aggressive in the early game, and people that dominate the lane, like again, Razor, Viper, etc., but don't go for kills, or Invoker, are much better. Invoker actually is really good at last hitting too. So look at the Invoker's last hits. This is what I was talking about in the Prime NND. This is going to really hurt Happy Feet. Invoker has 20 last hits right now. If you get an early Midas and more importantly early Ags, oh, the enemy team is screwed. All you need to do is Sunstrike in the early game and you should be golden. In fact, all they need to do right now, if you are the Prime NND, is get a kill with Kunkka or somewhere find his experience so he can find the stupid X marks the spot level 2. Because level 1 is pathetic, and level 2 starts to be alright, but it really, you know, you really can't gank without it. The torrents have not been landing here, and the Shadow Shaman is not particularly the best partner with Kunkka. He's a high damage, you know, the high damage support that can really help out when they can find someone, but like I said, relies very much on execution of your torrents because the Shadow Shaman can never initiate, because the shackles have the range of, you know, Helen Keller's vision. So, Yaj here and the top lane will be taking down some of his own creeps. Actually taking a pretty good experience here because of the pull. That's not bad. NFR can't really hurt him too much. The Lich is helping him out considerably. And has no armor, but with the sacrifice and the Frostblast, you can harass the enemy team ridiculously. And that's all you really need in the early game. Where's Mon? Careful, he's been hit by the Shadow Strike. Not yet dead. It was a bit, the experience has been a lag. So I do apologize about that. The OPS seemed to be having some issues here. But it shouldn't ever be below 30 FPS. R7 hit by the Xbox spot. Ben-Hur is going to fall back down because of the torrent. He's been hit by the Cold Snap too, but he wants to get the kill on the Invoker. Will manage to do so. Now R7 really slowed down by the Shadow Strike. They will get a double kill into these heroes. Happy Feet, content with their performance, taking down 2 of the Prime NND's heroes, and more importantly, their most farmed hero, in this case, the Invoker. Not enough net worth to make it that considerable, especially now, but it's still a kill onto the Invoker, reducing his gold a bit, and getting more gold into your Queen of Pain, who is winning the lane by quite a lot, getting a nice amount of last hits there. Even with the Exhort, it's really hard to last it against an Invoker, honestly, so pretty good job by Ben-Hur here. He still went for the Quaz Exhort build, which makes sense against a co-op when you're winning the lane. You're afraid of her aggression more than you're afraid of her, you know, of winning the lane against her, because you have the Exhort power to just help you last it in a great range so the co-op can't reach you. The Force Spirit helps you win the lane to some degree, that's why he's using it. There's no point in not using your skills, but at the same time, you're really looking for the regeneration from the Quaz, which at 4 or 6 HP, no, actually 9 HP now. I forgot about that. That's ridiculous. Level 2 is already 9 HP per second. That's more than that's actually a Helm of the Dominator for free on the Invoker. Just like, haha, lol. I just skilled my skills, and that's what I got. Now you get 1 level of Wex, so you get the Ghost Walk, also the Alacrity. Very important to get that level of Wex pretty early on, especially against an aggressive lane. And if your lane is not going too well, that benefits you a lot. However, Ben-Hur now decided to go for the 2nd level of Shadow Strike, and actually went for it earlier, and went for a more lane domination build, which is what he's aiming for against his Invoker. The 2 kills are just a way of saying, back off my property. He's shrekking the Invoker here, and instead, he decides to now go for the 2nd level of Shadow Strike, 2nd level of Queen of Scream of Pain, to add a bit more damage if the Invoker does get close to him. That's a good idea, honestly, for the Queen of Pain. I like what her game plan is. They know they have to deny some of the early game of the Prime NND, so this helps them considerably to take these kills off. Because obviously, by taking away the Invoker Sunstrike power, the gank squad won't work as well. The Kunkka, Shadow Shaman still get kills with Sunstrike, but if you reduce his experience, that's the way to go. And more importantly, delaying as Aghanim's makes it so that when you get to minute 15, minute 16, and your heroes are tanky, they take a lot of damage, and they also have ways to kill the enemy heroes, the Sunstrike won't be enough, and you need a full-on Invoker. Minute 17, minute 18, right? So by denying or delaying his Midas as much as possible, you help him out. So that you help your team out so that you don't have to suffer against those ganks, and you can farm a bit more efficiently. Go to that late mid game, minute 25, minute 30, when Ursa, Bristleback, and whatnot really shine, especially also Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain, let's be honest, shines at any point in the game. She's gonna kill Panda here. Oh, good torrent, actually stopping the Queen of Pain. Another Sunstrike. It's gonna blow on Jules, but they divide the damage between two of them, so that's actually not that bad. X marks the spot. Jules starts healing thanks to the bottle from the Queen of Pain. She uses the second charge on herself. That's not what she meant to do. Sonic Wave is available. Is not gonna hit against R7, but lol, that was a juke. Scream of Pain was the way I was actually gonna kill you. It was all calculated, says Ben-Hur. And they take the kill onto the Kunkka and the Shadow Shaman in exchange for a Rubik. That's just honestly pure math there. 2 supports for 1 support. What's better? 2 supports, obviously. So good job on Happy Feet. But first skill for the Prime NND, that's slightly beneficial, especially on the Rubik. So it's better than nothing, I guess. Only losing the support there and also getting some farm for the Timbersaw is not too bad. Of course, Invoker did not get the kill with the Sunstrike, so it didn't really help him out that he used the Sunstrike there. He's going to the jungle and using the Alacrity to farm the jungle. Actually quite wise. That's why he went for the Wex. It makes sense because when you go, the Invoker's not particularly a hero that can jungle too fast, but with the Alacrity it becomes bearable, and especially with the new creep counts, you have to be able to take more creeps in quick succession. So heroes like Shadow Fiend, for example, Flash Farmers are back in the game, Queen of Pain as well, and Invoker's not too bad at that. The Alacrity is a bit slower than these kind of Flash Farmers, but he doesn't rely too much on big clears, like for example Bristleback, who relies much more on stacking than he does on clearing multiple stacks. And now clearing multiple stacks is just super buffed. Like, Digger got a huge buff for that. Oh, what is Queen of Pain doing? Rue's Mine, it could have been an easy target, yes, but he has Ghost Box, so that was very dangerous. Using an offensive blink, he was lucky nobody TP'd there. They gotta really punish that. It's still on cooldown. That blink cooldown is ridiculous. It doesn't matter if you don't know how many points he has in it. You know how many points he has into Scream of Pain because it hurts more. You know how many points into Shadow Strike because it hurts more. And because you know the cooldown too. And the only thing you're missing is, okay, well, you use basic mathematics, deduce the points in blink, and then deduce the cooldown. In fact, some teams should even start marking the cooldown on blink because it's such an easy skill to punish in the early game. You don't need much more than stuns. Not even stuns, actually. You just need stuns at the end of it. Some sort of slow, actually, to just stop her, because her movement speed is deplorable in the early game. She already has Treads, which give her 45, has 295 movement speed. With the recent movement speed buffs, that puts her in a really bad position. Well, really bad, I say. I'm exaggerating a bit, obviously, but you get the idea that the blink can really be punished by his team. So, Sunstrike on the Jules. Oh, he was warding, or attempting to ward, I believe. Yeah, maybe put a ward up here or something. Apologies if I do mute myself, it's because I'm coughing. Just slightly sick, but I don't want you viewers to hear it, obviously. That said, the Queen of Pain, the Rubik there was warding. I can only imagine trying to get an offensive ward up here and really destroy this. Not Kunkka, sorry. Who was offlane. The Enigmas farm as much as they can, try to put a ward in the jungle as well. And maybe he had sentries too, so he could have done that very efficiently. But he trusted in this vision, forgot that the shrine is actually in the high ground, he couldn't see anything over here, and of course went into a trap of enemies. Not a big deal, honestly, not really a misplay by Jules. He had to try doing that. He's kind of a support, so... He's kind of a support. He's a support, so he has to try doing those things. Oh, Yaj is getting hit hard by the Chakram. In fact, the Whirling Death will destroy him, because that stat gain is not repelled by the Bristleback, and you realize how weak he is once you take away his strength. Ha, you see? Pun intended. I don't think... Yeah, Ben-Hur's not going to find anyone. Oh, actually goes with him with a haste. I mean, he's still pretty powerful. Saw R7, but doesn't know where he went into the trees. And is now very confused as to where R7 is. Deduced. He has to be in here. Second Scream of Pain. Finds him. The Torrent does hit the Queen of Pain, but nobody's TPing in to help them. No Sonic Wave needs to be committed here. Just a Blink Strike and a last hit from the auto attack. Mega Kill Streak for the Queen of Pain. Not too big a deal because she's only killing supports, mind you, but she's still getting a bit of net worth out of it. With that, 5,000 net worth to her name, has farmed considerably well, 66 last hits, only 6 away from the Ursa. She's helping her team a lot. The Ursa's gotten a lot of space. The Bristleback not so much, granted, he's not as farmed as the Enigma, but he's going to recover decently. With any Ancient stacks, he recovers really well, actually, so Yas should not have much trouble there. And, of course, this Ursa, who is now going to gank with a smoke. Well, that's really smart. Getting the Shadow Shaman, another support kill onto the Prime NND team. Okay. Not bad, again. It increases the net worth of the Ursa ever so slightly. Actually, wow, I actually gave him 27 net worth. That was less than a creep. Never mind, it did not. That was useless. That was a pointless use of a smoke for a support. Wow, I did not realize that was how little it gave. That will, I mean, the Rubik got a bit of it, right? I believe. I think the Rubik increased in net worth. I think he got. Yeah, he got the kill, so he increased in net worth ever so slightly, which is not bad for Rubik. That was terrible, by the way. But he is going to be able to, you know, get his items in good time. I mean, I think the Lich is probably going to support position 5, so Rubik can go for Ether Lens, which has been pretty buff for him. As you can spell, you can now disassemble Arcane Boots for Ether Lens, and it's fine, because I'm assuming you're not going to go for Garden Graves on Rubik. You want to go for Travels later. It's really important. Garden Graves can go on Lich if he really wants them, because Lich is more of a, you know, the guy that would carry a mechanism around. He really doesn't need that many items. Rubik with Blink Dagger, Force Staff. In fact, this game with Blink Dagger, Force Staff is fantastic. And the Ether Lens as well would be nice. Or the Aghanims, one of the two. In fact, Aghanims this game is even better because you get Invoke with 2 seconds. I mean, how? You can invoke all your spells. No, I'm kidding. You get the double Chakram, the better Snakes, the better Black Hole, and that Super Ship, by the way, which is now even better because of the recent buff. And your cast point for it is absolutely none. So, whew. That is a really nice and easy ship to land. Okay, Panda, gonna be destroyed. No, not really destroyed by the Ursa, just slightly grazed by the breeze as the Ursa's stinky breath, and he's gonna be able to make it out fine. The Nasal Goo doesn't really do much against him, honestly, with all those stacks. In fact, the Ursa that goes into NFR, easier target, gonna kill him in enough hits, and Yaj has been targeted now by the Torrent from the Kunkka. Hitting him will be the Timbersaw, but he lasts quite a long time. However, the Willing Death will ensure his swift death, because after all, he's a Bristleback. 2.2 strength gain per level is not that big a deal, frankly. And you take away 50% of that on top of that. So all your stats will just disappear with one swift Willing Death. And that just kills you out. Oh, actually, sorry, I don't know what happened. The camera bugged out there, but the Sonic Wave and the Screaming Pain to kill off the Enigma. They just found him low. So, easy kill. Put the chart on net worth. Oh, I don't actually do that as much anymore. On this chart. Oh yeah, it is at net worth. Sorry. I swap between last and net worth very often in the early game and also at hero levels. I will usually keep it at net worth in the mid game. Apologies. If you do want to see the graphs, though, let's talk a bit about the graphs. I don't like watching the graphs too much because you can actually just talk about it currently. But that little addition was great for the net worth. But 1,000 net worth difference now for Happy Feet. They were winning for quite a while. They were doing pretty okay. And now the experience as well. Similarly to the 1,200 or so experience. That's pretty okay. I mean, Happy Feet is doing well in terms of the early game. They've won that kind of early game battle where both teams want to get their items. And this team got their items pretty early. Went for a Veil Discord, Queen of Pain. No Ether Lens, so not taking my suggestion here. But going for the classic build of the Veil Discord plus the Orchid. You'll see why in a second. The NFR, sorry. Harassed by the Ursa. Destroyed by the Ursa. Harassed and destroyed by the Ursa. There's no way of making out that alive. Viscous Nasal Goo slows you down too much. Again, barely any gold. 84 for the Bristleback, 200 for the Ursa. I guess it's something out of a kill. But the Shadow Shaman has to start playing a bit more defensively. He's died a lot in these kind of engagements just because he was warding or something. And though it's okay to do it once or twice, it's getting to the point where they're just destroying you. And they can just jump and dive you. But of course, you should be able to punish those things a bit more. If you're in an early game lineup, you don't want to let the late game, or the other team rather, get all those last hits. Because you do have a Timbersaw. You're not taking advantage of him too much in the early game. In fact, his Bloodstone is going to be delayed because of that usage of the Hood of Defiance, which allows him to be a bit stronger, yes, when he's like facing enemies because he's harder to kill. But at the same time, that Timbersaw will not have the mana regen to actually spam his spells as much as he wants and just go haywire with Bloodstone. Also start snowballing with the Bloodstone. Oh, he realizes his mistake quite swiftly. The Torrent misses, but the Shackles hits him. That's an end. Queen of Pain. They use the snakes onto this tower. And that's going to be a dead tier 1 as well. That was, I mean, the moment he blinked away, realizing the X was on him, it was just like, fuck. And then brought back. The Torrent missed, sure, but the Queen of Pain could really not do anything. He blinked right that second, so you were kind of out of blink even as the X marks the spot came back. So he couldn't take advantage of that. He didn't mean to do that, obviously. He didn't see the X in time, but that was still a huge, huge boost for the Prime NND. Okay, that was really good actually. Roshan, they see him out, but now with the help of the Viscous Nasal Goo, they'll be able to take it. They know that the Ursa can't take it right now alone because he did go for the Blink Dagger build, which is not really a Roshan taking build. However, with the help of a Bristleback, it's quite easy because the Viscous Nasal Goo, just one level, already start reducing armor and also reduces the Roshan's movement speed, making it so that you can kite him much easier and, you know, take away some of his hits from you. That's it. The Ursa seems to have decided to go for a Blink Dagger. Now that Ring of Regen is maybe showing indicative of a Vlad's or something of the sort. It's not a bad idea to get some sort of lifesteal on Ursa, though the Desolator build would seem appropriate this game, honestly, against the kind of team you're facing. Especially that Timbersaw, man. Being able to reduce his armor even further. God, you hate that Timbersaw's armor, so you just want to destroy it. Viscous Nasal Goo plus Desolator, and the Roshan falls fast, so maybe Desolator is the build. I've never seen a Desolator Ursa win, to be fair, though. Ben-Hur, caught out. Didn't use Blink this time, though, so he should be able to blink away fine. BF1, they want to prevent that black hole. He starts to TP away. Maybe that's not the best of ideas, as BF1 will be brought down by the Happy Feet damage. R7 TPing away in time. And Happy Feet will just decide to go on, or continue on this lane and push these creeps away. They'll see. No, this is a really nice offensive ward, but not many kills are coming out of it from the permanent NND. It's nice in theory. Yaj is going for the typical solo quest. In an offlaner, it makes much more sense than in a carry, honestly. The Bristleback with a solo quest is powerful as a carry because of how strong the item is on him, but I still don't believe it as a general carry item anymore. Now it's much better onto an offlaner, and in fact that's why it's so great that Bristleback can play the offlane here. They divide some of the gold from his Ancients. Bristleback recovers himself considerably. It's only 300 gold away from a Timbersaw. Mind you, Timbersaw doesn't have Bloodstone yet, and it's minute 18, but you need to go for her to Defiance, so the overall gold per minute is okay. The Queen of Pain is really towering over everyone with a Veil of Discord Orchid build, and that Orchid should be... I think they changed it to its magical damage, actually, the Sober, a long time ago, so it does combine with Veil of Discord. Pretty sure, because it used to be HP removal, but not anymore. Oh, R7, caught by the Xbox the spot. Oh, Xbox the spot on Xbox the spot, but he has the boat to help you out. The blink, not in time. Jules going to be hit by the Tor, now the Sunstrike. He's going to go down eventually to the amount of damage that just the Kunkka is putting out, really. But they find him out. They want to avenge the Rubik. He tries to Xbox himself back. Oh no, Xbox the Ursa back, but fails to do it in time. Yeah, he dies anyway. That was support for a support kill. I think the Rubik there could have blinked, maybe, once he got extra marks back, but I think he didn't have the reaction time, just like... It's really hard to do because you can't just spam blink, obviously. You have to just use quick cast, I suppose, and just try to blink away from it as soon as you can. Because the Xbox the spot doesn't deal damage, so blink is a good way to cancel it if you don't get the torrent just right. And he didn't get the torrent just right. He never does. He hasn't for a while. Not a criticism, it's just really hard to do. Oh, Invoker in the mid lane has been silenced, and now destroyed by Ben-Hur. No need for Sonic Wave, he had the Orchid on him, but whatever. Invoker dies anyway. The Lich comes in, TPs just with a Chain Frost to cancel that TP. And now with 4,000 net worth difference really going in Happy Feet's favor. I mean, this graph seems to be going all over the place, but Happy Feet is quite content with how the game is going, frankly. They have control over the lanes. They have control over the farm. They're starting to get kills wherever the enemy team goes, and more importantly, their net worth is a bit bigger than the enemy teams, and they have 3 cores as opposed to 2. The Enigma is more of a team fight hero, and he hasn't been able to do any of that, because until he gets that BKB, the Orchid will always crush him. And there you go, catch the Kunkka. They even have the Xbox to spot just in case he starts to run away. No need for it, as the Ursa will rip him to shreds. And for now, the Prime NND, not interested in going and defending this tower. Seems like after losing the Kunkka, that was too much for them. In the top lane, they're going to go for the tower, utilizing the Ursa plus Bristleback to really just take this down. I mean, the Queen of Pain actually deals a lot of damage right now. I thought the Ursa and Bristleback were the big ones, but no, the Queen of Pain deals a lot of damage. And Yash, this is the best part of the Kunkka. You can go bottom, defend a tower, the Xbox spot, you can really utilize that. But instead, it's not a Kunkka, it's a Rubik, who utilize it for the same exact reason, which is the kind of global recall potential that you have with the Kunkka as an addition to the great set of skills you have. So Xbox spot later on in the game doesn't only become a set of teamfight skill because they have a lot of BKBs. It becomes more of a save your ally skill, or look at what plays I can make skill, because I can just, you know, Xbox the spot and give someone a timer, and if they don't do something in that timer, they survive. So that's why that skill is so great to steal by Jules. Honestly, it's not as good as the Ghost Shift probably, because the Ghost Shift is quite fantastic as well. It's a great stun in the area, and Captain Coco's, or Coco's Rum, I think it's called, Captain Kunkka's Rum. Regardless, that buff that it gives you with the rum is so much better than the Xbox spot in general, and it's just such a powerful buff. Because 50% damage reduction for so long is like a stampede, but well, a bit worse than the stampede, I guess. But you know, it's a stampede, but in the area, I guess, with a stun that comes with it. So Yeah, talk about it. It's not that great because they buffed the Centaur a lot. That's why Kuka's not playing as much. Oh, Shadow Shaman with a good shackles, but uses the enrage right on time to prevent the damage from the rest of the team. However, the Queen of Pain has been caught in the black hole. The second black hole from the Rubik. He steals it. It's on to 5. The Sonic Wave comes out as well, and they just decimate the Prime NND. Jules just casually steals that black hole, blinks in from the right side, and catches everyone in the Prime NND. Only Invoker survives, and because he wasn't that team fight, he makes sure that nobody in his team dies, and this Rubik still owns a black hole. Jules, what a player. So that's why you don't pick an Enigma against a Rubik, because it's impossible to fucking kill him. It's not gonna happen, my friend. Alright. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, the attack from Happy Feet continues, and it seems like they want to go into the tower, take advantage of these kills they just grabbed. Yaj is playing very confidently. He has a Crimson Guard though, so he barely receives damage here from the Timbersaw, the Shadow Shaman, the Enigma Eidolons, the Forge Spirits, the Invoker to some degree as well. Actually, he's preventing a lot of damage on the Crimson Guard. And with a new duration, ooh, that 12 seconds is a good amount of time to take a lot of towers. Now, Yash wants to continue fighting this, and I don't think it's the wrong choice to do, because they don't have Black Hole, so they actually have no way of fighting you. But at the same time, you know, slow and steady gets the worm. No, slow and steady wins the race. So, yeah, it's early bird gets the worm. Slow and steady wins the race. And the extra farming is really going to help your team to accomplish that. They'll be more, they're more reliant on items in general and Happy Feet because they do have more carries in this situation. I do like the Desolator. I did guess that, and I'm glad that James went for the Desolator. He's not going for BKB though, which is a weird choice against an Invoker, but the Aghanims is much more aggressive as a Nursa player. And because of the cooldown reduction, it's not just a BKB, which you can just go in and kill everything for a while. You like going in bursts, and Aghanims allows you to go and do more bursts of damage, which is great. And it's a bit more versatile, because if they do catch you out, BKB won't ever save you, and Rage might. Just being able to activate that against Invoker's damage could be really powerful. However, he does know that Invoker right now is only a Sunstrike, so Enrage is better than BKB to prevent the Sunstrike damage, because of course, BKB does nothing against Sunstrike, right? Blade Mail comes out of the Bristleback now. Okay, that's a bit weird that you prevent damage and you want to reflect it. The Blade Mail's alright. Not my favorite item on Bristleback. I like more, you know, going... Again, the Axe is fantastic this game, but it doesn't seem to want to go for it. Because you can just blink. I mean, Axe Blink would be my choice. Go for an off-lane, like, armor reduction. Bristleback is so powerful. This guy's just considering, I might just kill Panda with a Chain Frost? Sure. Oh, wow. That was impossibly unlucky. That's a Frost Blast, as a sacrifice of Creep. He's just giving vision here for the Queen of Pain to go in. Ben-Hur finally blinks in and gets the kill with Scream of Pain. Rubik wants to stop this black hole. Oh. Sorry, we'll not stop at this black hole, stop this Enigma, but sadly he stole Eidolons. He was trying to steal Malefice. That would have been a really good steal, but of course he didn't want to sacrifice black hole if possible, and once the TP came out, there was no way of taking that away. Of course, the black hole, level 1, you can't use it, you can only use it once. Yeah, you can only use it once, because the cooldown is so large, it's 180 seconds, or 200 seconds. Actually didn't see which one he stole, but either way, if Rubik is level 1 with his spell steal, most likely he won't be able to use it twice, and even if it's level 2, it's hard to use a black hole twice with a Rubik, honestly, so it's a wise choice to just decide to go for more spells. Rubik is not supposed to steal a really great spell and just constantly use it. Rubik is supposed to steal a lot of spells and use the lower cast point that he has to take advantage of them and then do much more in the team fight. Because by stealing a lot of spells, you have a hero that can do everything. That's the power of Rubik, not really the one big spell. If you watch pro players play, you see that they don't actually try to... Well, they try to steal the black hole, obviously, but they also try to steal a lot of intermediate spells in the team fight if they can with Aghanims, or alternatively... in the mid game when they need a spell, they just steal it. They don't care about keeping the black hole or not, because you're gonna die most likely. So yeah, see, like the Torrent for example. Silence on the Invokers will be very powerful, but they still have a Yo Scepter. Oh, the Torrent actually does catch him. He's trying to TP away, and will he have the luck to do so? No. Scream of Pain plus Sonic Wave brings him down. That's an easy kill. Not going into RR7. They have no way to stop this TP except for a Torrent that came a bit too late. Not the best way to stop TP's Torrents. But anyway, that was a really good kill onto the Invoker. Just Orchided, and I thought that he wasn't going to be caught, but the Torrent caught him by surprise because he wasn't expecting that. He had a Yo Scepter to prevent it, but he wasn't expecting the Torrent. And because he didn't see the Rubik animation, because it's barely seen. He's so quick about it. And on top of that, or maybe he miscalculated because he thought Rubik animation, but he doesn't realize that Torrent, of course, doesn't have that much of a delay against Rubik. Because he puts him much sooner than Kunkka does. Or alternatively, like I said, he might just thought the Ghost Walk TP was enough, but of course the damage from the Queen of Pain was too great then. Too great. In the top lane, Panda and NFR Panda are both not doing anything. In fact, more importantly, Panda's wasting a lot of time here, which he could be using farming. I mean, it's not like the team in... Right now, the team in the Prime NND has kind of lost their will to fight. They know there's a mid-game team, and mid 25, the team is destroying you in terms of net worth. Rubik is not going to find the Shadow Shaman by just a bit of luck. Using the Torrent to scout, but not finding him. R7 meanwhile trying to go for that Ether Lens. That's so valuable Ether Lens. Even better on the Kunkka nowadays because you don't have to go for the stupid arcane boots then. To go for the Ether Lens build. It's great. Good job, R7. I would have just gone directly arcane boots and then Tranquils later on. I don't think a Tranquil's that valuable on a Kunkka. Especially because the extra armor doesn't come anymore. So your poor agility gain is not helped out. Oh, Torrent doesn't catch up those creeps. In fact, Ben-Hur wants to catch up the Kunkka. Is there any way he can run away from this? He's trying to run away from the trees. Oh, juking, and it's not going to be found. Shadow Strike, silence, so no more X marks the spot. Enigma comes in. There's the black hole, the counter initiation. The Queen of Pain hit by the Sunstrike, possibly, yes. And also the Torrent turned into a chicken, and then deafening blasted into another dimension. The poor Queen of Pain could not survive that solo man black hole. However, they did lose the black hole on that, so black hole for Queen of Pain, it is definitely worth it. You said the Kunkka as well. Great bait by the Kunkka, by the way. Lasting enough time to actually just not get killed. But regardless, good job. Good job there by the guys at... Good job there by the guys at the Prime NND. Getting that kill and not evening out the odds, let's be honest. But with the new net worth mechanics, you get a bit more gold, I believe. Let's see, the Queen of Pain, that's Queen of Pain's net worth right now. It's 1,500. You want to divide that. Let's say it's almost 6. Let's say it's 16,000. Let's say 16,000. Divide that by 40. You get what? Take 1 0, so it's 60. 4,000. No, 400? Really? Is it just 400? I think it's just 400 actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's just 400. It's not that big of a difference at this point. Yeah, 4,000. I'm crazy. That'd be literally 2/5 of our net worth. No. 400 is not that much of a change, but if you kill her multiple times, yeah, maybe you have to wait till later in the game. Actually, the lineup that Happy Feet drafted is really good for this kind of the Dota that is now playing, which is more into towards the mid game because of the net worth changes. Really crush, not really crush, but take actually add a lot of gold difference to the kills in the later stages of the game. Still not OP or broken like the rubber band effect was at one point, but changed slightly enough so that the mid game is much more highly favored. Because you don't want to be in that late game and potentially lose a swing, right? So if you can win in the mid game with these kind of heroes like Bristleback or Ursa or whatnot, it's much better. And they don't actually die that much. They're tanky, so it actually benefits you too. So good job. I like this. Oh, Jason, we go on Panda, caught out, Lotus Orb. Oh, look. The Xbox spot actually brings back the Ursa. Has to use the Image to survive. The Queen of Pink comes from behind. It's a haste. Wants to kill a Dazzle or the Shadow Shaman, but chooses not to. As Ben-Hur is a bit wary of the enemy teams that possible count or answer to this. However, James Naismith still has the Aegis, so there's no reason why you shouldn't just go in and just try to go ham. However, those team fights were really unfavorable for him, and he just got kited all over the place. Now, I know Rougemont is here. They see Ben-Hur. There's no way of stopping this TP, I believe. Just clear these waves out. And they also have a ward here, so this Invoker was perfectly okay. This is not a risky play whatsoever. The Queen of Pain actually might be in a risky position. But the rest of the team is already here, so I don't know if the goal of the Prime NND, and that's why this Rougemont is not TPing, is just to attack them now. Oh, he's gonna provide information on the Ghost Walk. He got, doesn't want to upset the Rubik. I don't think he got caught. In fact, the got caught was R7 just in the back lines. I didn't even notice. It was in my camera. I didn't even see him die. He just got, stunned out and destroyed. But here the Invoker, important factor because I don't know what the plan was there to just kind of initiate with your team with only one person going in. Hex catches out the Ursa. Maybe that's a bad idea. Yeah, Ursa needs to do something. Oh, the Tornado. Ursa, but not that much because you can just enrage it away. And then Enrage is a really low cooldown with the smoke. They don't expect the smoke right after this. That's actually a pretty good idea. Panda's going to try to TP away. Yeah, they know he's around here. They know he's around here. This TP is coming. Ursa won't find him in time. He knew he was here. He saw it, or he just predicted it perfectly. But sadly, the poor, actually, not sadly, happily for the Shadow Shaman, he managed to TP away. Now, here's one, just clearing a couple waves, the help from the Timber Saw. In fact, this game has become a bit stale because it doesn't seem like Happy if you want to initiate too much. Those trees are being, taken away by the bunch. Look at that. All those trees being cut down by the million just so they don't have, or so they have perfect vision and nobody can really gank them easily. That's really smart by Panda, actually. Really, really smart. That's the goal of what she's he's doing. I don't know. I keep thinking of the caster. Sorry. That's a goal. What he's doing, then yeah, it's gonna work out. That's a really good idea because Happy Feet are having a hard time initiating. They still have the cheese, but the Aegis. Oh, the Aegis can expire soon, right? Yeah, only 45 seconds for the Aegis. So either they fight now, or it's done. And those team fights when going up high ground have been kind of hard, but now they come in with a Linken's and an Agnes and a Rubik, which could be quite potentially threatening, especially with a name of black hole. All they want to do is actually bait out that black hole. If they can, the Rubik can just steal it really easily. Oh, Yash, the Torrid will hit him, Sunstrike as well, but it's okay, because he's going to survive all this damage, and he still has a cheese to cure himself. They still want to go onto these towers. The Desolator damage is starting to pile on, but from behind, the Invoker actually taking that bottom lane. They're forced to retreat, because the Invoker way too strong at this split-pushing thing, or at least someone's forced to retreat. I couldn't quite see what it was. It's only Jules. He goes in, already steals something. Was it the Snakes? Actually going on to the Invoker. He also steals the Shackles, now steals the Ice Wall. Jesus Christ, Jules almost survived the whole attack from that Invoker, and the Shadow Shaman going in and stealing the snake, so powerful. How did he go invisible? Was he? I don't know how he got invisible there. I actually had no fucking clue. How was he invisible? Ghost Walk? Did he steal the Ghost Walk? Was that why he was invisible? Because the Invoker just used it? I realize now. That's why. Jesus, that was impressive. Ben-Hur finding out the... Okay, sorry I didn't notice that, but that was really good. That was just really good. There were so many steals happening. I thought the Rubik was going to die immediately, but instead he defends the base, the snakes, and gets 2 kills out of it. 2 kills out of it. Right? Am I crazy? Oh no. I am crazy. I thought he got kills out of it. He did not. And the Invoker didn't just buy back. No. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I just saw. Wow, what just happened there? That was just going to parallel. Sorry about that. Panda. Short-term memory loss, guys. The Octane Core here on Roseman. Moving on. Ben-Hur will be in the top lane using that Invisibility rune to hit with a Scream of Pain. And just try to farm these creeps. Enigma is really afraid of her right now. But hey, this happened before when the Prime NND kind of came back. However, this time their late game is not that powerful. You have a Bloodstone on the Timbersaw, which is honestly not that good with 7 charges on him. He's going for a Yule Scepter, and he needs an Ags kind of soon because the Rubik is already going to steal your Chakram and get almost more gold than you or more power than you with that Chakram. He's also going for what I can only presume is Force Staff and a Boots of Travel as well. And he has an Ether Lens for the Rubik himself, so he's going to help out with telekinesis. Any spell he really steals is going to be pretty powerful. In fact, getting Ether Lens on Black Hole, being able to cast it from farther away, makes it so that it's easier to catch up the enemy with a Black Hole. There's no way of stopping us, so there's no point in the BKB. I like the Linken's idea, so at least to stop the Orchid solely and telekinesis instead of just going for an expensive BKB that doesn't last forever. Because Linken is just perpetually on. Oh, what? So Chain Frost is being used to farm here? Really? That was a weird usage of the Chain Frost. This indicates that this team of Happy Feet either don't want to fight, or they're trying to bait out a weird team fight, like saying, like they're trying to bait this out and make the enemy team think that they don't want to fight, and they do. That's the only. I mean, this is a mind games out of the ass. Because I don't want to understand that Chain Frost otherwise. I mean, it's not that bad to use a Chain Frost to farm. It's not that big a deal. It's 80 seconds, but if you're gonna fight right after it, I don't see the point. Oh, the mind games. Oh, and they go. Catch BFL. They have telekinesis. No, they already wasted it, but whatever. BFL will go down regardless, thanks to the damage of the Ursa. And the top lane, and the Invoker fighting against a Bristleback alone. No, this is good for Roseman. In fact, he's taking a lot of damage just from Bristleback. That's Blade Mail. Inflicts physical damage, and the raid is also hurting him considerably. He has a Ghost Walk. No, in 28 seconds, he's going to have it. And no TP. Finally grabs it. Has a Sonic Wave. They have to catch you with one more hit. They're going to do it. Just one more hit from the Bristleback was needed to finish off the Invoker once he started TPing. And there it is. The kill is there for the teams at Happy Feet. That's Invoker gone for 70 seconds. Enigma gone for 34. Easy, easy racks now. And you don't have the cheese, mind you, so you can't gank as powerfully, but you still have the radiance onto the Bristleback. They force it back onto the Invoker. That's a pretty good idea early on. As now the 8 minutes buyback on the Invoker. 8 minute cooldown on the Invoker. Buyback will make it so that he really can't buy back anymore in this game. They're going to win now. The Ghost Ship comes in. Does not impact on the Ursa. They're going to go into Panda. They silence him. The Queen of Pain silences herself, though. The Meteor is stolen by the Rubik, and it deals a lot of damage to this poor Panda. The Chain Frost comes out. It's evaded. It's actually not reflected by Lotus Orb, thank Christ. And no bounces for him. But Blade Mail almost destroys Panda. He actually kills himself against the Bristleback. Bristleback with a kill spray just finishing him off. And this bottom lane, the Rubik comes back as the protector of this realm, saying nobody's taking my racks, or nobody's taking these racks on my watch. Meanwhile, in 1 minute and 40 seconds, the Roshan will respawn, and Happy Feet will be even happier feet as they'll be able to take an easy Roshan and just go for the final set of racks, which is what they're going to do. Orchid, and one Shadow Shaman. Like it took him longer to turn around than the Orchid took to actually affect him. So that really destroyed. I mean, that Shadow Shaman can't really do much. Oh, Bald Lich? No, that's set. That Shadow Shaman can't really do much. So he's found out by the Queen of Pain. Look at that, 40-second respawn time because he's gotten some decent items, but he's not as effective as the Shadow Shaman from last game. Shadow Shamans don't like playing from behind because your Serpent Wards become useless and it just becomes farm within the enemy team. And oh, they must see this Yaj. Yeah, he just wants to get the farm. Yeah, look at this. Look at the Eidolons just falling to him. Yaj, the king of the Eidolons. I've never seen Radiance on the Bristleback, but I like it. I think Heaven's Halberd would not be useful this game, so it makes sense to just go for an alternative. And Solar Crest, he already grabbed Solar Crest and actually stacks with Radiance, if you can believe that, so it's even better. Now, like I said, they're waiting for the Roshan. That's the hope of Happy Feet. And I mean, the Roshan is going to allow him to have a cheese for the Queen of Pain and the Aegis for the Ursa. Very powerful items. I don't even know if the Queen of Pain wants to... Yeah, she wants to carry cheese. Yeah, she does. And once they get those items, in addition to the spell lifesteal that the Queen of Pain grabbed, which is fantastic, by the way, she's going to be unkillable. The Ursa is also going to literally... Well, I mean, he's going to be killable, but he's going to have a second life, so it's fine. And on top of that, you get an extra bit of gold, well, now, which is not bad. But the whole point here is that Happy Feet is going to snowball out of control here with this last Roshan. And then snowballing, I mean, just right into the enemy's base. They're going to win the team fight. All they need to do is steal the black hole in that team fight. And with a 2-second cooldown on this spell steal is not hard. In fact, did we go for cooldown reduction? Oh no. Oh, it's 1.4 seconds now? Oh, that's... No, it's up to cooldown too. Oh, he has an arcane rune. I was going to say, that's weird. Okay, the 2-second cooldown on the spell steal not only allows you to cancel linkage really easily, but also allows you to steal the black hole without trouble. Because you have telekinesis anyway, and someone must have canceled a linkage before the black hole happens in the team fight. That linkage is a very hopeful, like, oh, I hope he doesn't steal it from me, but it's definitely going to happen. Because if you do catch, the only alternative is you catch the Rubik in the black hole, and that's also going to be hard to do. Look at that meteor as well, helping them push a bit. On to Panda. No, careful, because Panda is taking a lot of damage from the Ursa. It decides to to go on the tower. So Sonic Wave actually murders the Kunkka. And now Panda is the target of aggression for Ben-Hur, who wants to go onto this Timber Sun now. But it's hard to kill him. It's hard to follow him through because the Blink doesn't want to be used offensively now. Used offensively. Bruce Wayne wants to punish this. In they go. NFR gets the great stun, the shackles, but the damage is not enough. This Queen of Pain simply is too tanky. And they kill the Shadow Shaman. Now going to the Enigma. He hasn't used this black hole for fear of the Rubik. And he's not going to be able to use it this team fight. He has to come back in and somehow make this difference. Enigma, we need you. The EMP has been wasted. The silence is taken away by the Yule Scepter from the Invoker. And now they want to go for more. I mean, they have an Aegis after all. The Ursa's ready to fight. Yaj just keeps healing thanks to that spell lifesteal. And obviously the Radiance is going to start really hurting these towers. I mean, with the Warpath stacks, that Bristleback hits hard, and the Enigma can't even blink in because of that Radiance. Now they finally kill the Bristleback thanks to the Whirling Death, but like I said, the Queen of Pain very tanky. She's healing up a bunch, but the cheese used very preemptively. She's gonna go down because of the cheese used so preemptively, and James is now left alone with only the Rubik and the Lich to support him. But alas, it's only a carry and his 2 supports. Is that gonna be enough? He keeps trying to fight. He has the Aegis, so he's only gonna die once. The Rubik has to start stealing something important, but the Shackles came from behind, caught the Rubik just in time, and there's still a black hole. They steal the Shackles, but that's all he's gonna get. And James Naismith is fighting now without a BKB against 5 heroes from the enemy team. No black hole needed for that team fight. Happy Feet lose it regardless. But they did take 2 racks. Did they force any buybacks? Yeah. No, they didn't force any buybacks. Okay, that's good. But they did take 2 melee and range racks, and then the melee racks up top. I don't know what to say. That was not beneficial for the Prime NND either. But hey, it's 40 minutes in. Getting a pretty decent team fight now against such farmed heroes is going to give you the best chance you have of coming back. However, that chance is still pretty slim. Panda still wants to fight against Yaj. But again, Yaj has the minus armor, the nasal goose. Careful, Panda. You have to be very careful what you're doing. Let's start stealing the Timber Chain. There it is. And now Jules is just going to telekinesis him whenever he goes. Okay, the low orb is a bit scary. Oh no! The black hole! Did he steal it? No, he did not. He stole the Serpent Wards instead. That's even better, actually, right now. Because that black hole was... Wow. Wow. Now, he just doesn't even know what to do. He just TPs right away. Chain Frost is on the TP. BF1 is going to die of shame here. And Jules... is going to telekinesis back. There's a Deafening Blast still. The telekinesis had quite a long distance. The Deafening Blast to save his life. The Rubik should be able to survive the EMP blast, but they still can kill him with a Torrent. Just that's all they need. He tries to steal something in the end. What? How did they Yule Scepter him? Okay, it was the own Timber Saw. So they prevented the Torrent, but they wanted to prevent his shenanigans by Yule Sceptering him and killing him off in the end. He didn't have the telekinesis distance, I realized, but the defense actually increases right now for some strange reason. It increases the distance you can actually put someone at. Wow, that's really good because he actually went for the cast range, right? Yeah. I don't know if that's actually true, but that would be ridiculous. Because that's the defense makes him so powerful that you don't need the level 25 at all. I mean, the level 25 might even just be a hook. A hook from afar, Jesus. I still think the cooldown reduction is pretty good. More telekinesis is useful because you can't always steal stuns here. And some of the stuns like Shackle's not that useful. So, being able to telekinesis and then use the Hex, for example, is pretty good. If you can steal the Hex. Or alternatively, just telekinesis constantly. Ursa hits quite hard with the Desolator. I mean, the Ursa hits buildings quite hard with Desolator. Now, Basher and the Missile Blade next on the Ursa. The Screen of Pain. Not Octarine Core. Octarine Core is not going to be her item. Not going for Ags either, which is interesting. I mean, the spell lifesteal is just better than the Shadow Strike, obviously. But you can still go for the Ags in the point of the game. Maybe you want to go for more of an aggressive Screen of Pain with a Bloodthorn. And that would be a great idea, actually. Finishing up with Bloodthorn finally. Then the extra damage onto the Timber Saw, so he's much, much easier to kill. And for Ursa or Bristleback, actually, either one of them going for the Silver Edge would be a great idea against this Timber Saw, just to deal with him easily. And not have to rely so much on your physical damage. And on top of that, you can actually stop the Invoker's damage for some degree. 50%. 50% damage reduction is pretty good from that Silver Edge. Yash just has to turn his back away, he's going to be fine. The Radiance heals him a lot. He also has the Blade Mail to heal with it. Oh, he hasn't healed after Core anymore, sorry. But he also has the Quill Spray to heal up with Spell Lifesteal. Not Green Core, Spell Lifesteal, sorry. Oh, be careful. The Sonic Wave finally coming out. The BKBs are activated. Yash wants to fight, and they already blow up R7. Their next target is Ruzman. Ruzman has only been hit once, and he's turned invisible, and he's too fast to be caught. However, the Enigma has been zoned out completely, unable to go into the team. Finds even a half Black Hole, and they want to go into the Timber Saw. The Bloodthorn has been activated, but the Timber Saw is going to be able to just dispel it away with the Lotus Orb soon. Actually, not going to die to that, so it's fine. Actually, only... Yeah, Bloodthorn has been activated, okay. Bloodthorn is that they go onto Panda. They still have it. Using the Bloodthorn... Sorry, Lotus Orb already, so you can play quite aggressively. There's the Bloodthorn used. Doesn't care if the Queen of Pain gets silenced herself, because the objective was to go onto the Timber Saw. Meanwhile, the Ursa finds two. The Tornado stolen by the Rubik. Catches the Invoker with his own medicine, but the Black Hole catches the Rubik this time. And this is what they were looking for the whole time. They managed to stop the Enigma anyway, but they killed the Ursa. However, it might have been too late. That Black Hole did not come in time. The guys from the Prime NND already lost all their barracks, and Jules is actually destroying Panda with his own Ags. He bought back, and he's ready to finish this game. Why is the Ursa not buying back? We'll see it very soon, because in the top lane, Yash is still fighting Ruzman, and he's not doing so hot. In fact, he's going to be tornadoed up, and with the help from Enigma, this kill should be easy. Actually, no, the Quill Sprays are starting to stack quite considerably onto Ruzman. They don't have Mega Creeps yet, because they still have one Rax left to go. The BKB activated by Yash. He has to go into these Rax, has to start piling up that damage. In comes the help of the Queen of Pain. This is the time they need. This is the Blast Rax, the Mega Creeps for Happy Feet, so they can win this game much more safely. And BF1 will finally go down. Get rid of the Black Hole. Those Rax somehow not going down. Bristleback keeps having to hit them. One more hit, and there it is. The Mega Creeps are out. Happy Feet managed to bring those strong boys out into the game. Ben-Hur getting an extra kill because why not? He still does not have the cheese, but he can actually heal considerably just with his spells. He actually has so much mana regen as well. It's just not want to fight. Doesn't want to fight anymore. Actually, just blinks away. Okay. The Timber Shade even misses, so they can't really follow her. Ruzman with the Alacrity dealing considerable amount of damage. The blinking just to keep them thinking, keep them guessing. Where's she going? Another blink. Boom! And she goes back into lane. Heals a bit up here with the spell lifesteal. There's the usage, the cold snap to actually block her Lincoln Sphere. Ben-Hur might still go down. The last blink won't go through. The Prime NND managed to defend this town at last from the Queen of Pain by defeating this obvious threat onto freedom. That is just terrorist hero. Oh, however, wait, what? Oh, there's the Mega Creeps. I was gonna say, where are the Mega Creeps? The Mega Creeps are gonna come in soon. You don't have many ways to deal with them, honestly. The difference is still 22,000 in terms of net worth. That's considerable. I mean, the 45 still, and the experience. You actually have a not that much of a difference for either teams. Both Happy Feet and the Prime NND are doing decently in terms of experience, but it's really the net worth where. I mean, honestly, the experience is the difference of what. Oh no, never mind. I'm wrong. The experience is even more than 20,000. It's just slightly more than 20,000. I was misreading the numbers. So yeah, they're beating them in both experience and gold right now. The hero levels, the considerable difference comes from the supports. This Lich and the Rubik have been really powerful this game. He went for the 120 gold per minute, and then probably gonna go for the plus 35 frost armor structure armor. Maybe. Just in case the enemy team wants to push, you actually are just really powerful by putting plus 35 armor onto the structures if you want to. Or you can just go for the slow. The slow might be a bit more efficient if you're pushing. Doesn't really matter at this point in the game. The game is almost won for Happy Feet. They're doing so well right now. The only thing that they're missing. The only thing that Happy Feet is missing right now is the tower. I mean, the throne. I mean, that's what they need to finish off the game, and they can't even take any more structures. Honestly, I think there's a couple more shrines in the tier 4. Sorry, that's it. Happy Feet just need to win another team fight. So what they want right now is Roshan and get the easy Aegis, and then just go for it. What are they doing? I think they're just holding some lines, Quill Spray plus the Radiance, doing some damage to those creeps. What are they doing? I don't have such high levels. Please stop spamming these. The casters can hear these. The game can hear them. Alright. And they're not going to go for Roshan first. I think it seems like the most obvious chance. It's like, yeah, oh shit, there's a Roshan. Oh, let's go for it, guys. We forgot about this. He comes with the cheese, too. Imagine the Roshan came with 2 cheeses. That'd be nice. And it's actually 40 minutes in, so you get the 2 runes. Now, haste and regen, it's almost the same pair when I talk about it. That's weird. But the haste will help you out a bit. So why not grab it? Go for the team fight next. Aegis for who? The Bristleback? No, the Ursa. Uses a bit better. And the cheese for Jules, I like that idea. Jules has been such a such an important member. In fact, I might have even given the Aegis to Jules in case he gets targeted by the black hole. But I guess at that point you don't really care to steal it, so it makes sense that you wouldn't. Yash has been Yule Sceptered up, and they want to get the combo up for it. Easy with the Xbox the spot and bring a prop back. But careful with the Bristleback because he's starting to cool spray up, and that Radiance is also hurting. So right now the enemy team can't do much. Definitely last hits the Ursa. He disarms. He's still disarmed. Actually, can't take it away. Yash now lost his Rubik, so that's a Rubik without cheese. With cheese lost. The Queen of Pain herself stuck in the middle of this this ice wall plus cold snap combo. No, the cold snap won't come up in time. And from behind the Bristleback, why are they fighting all these little places at the same time? They're just trying to get more space for the melee creeps to push. A Sunstrike hits the Bristleback, and they're actually healing him pretty hard with the Malefice. Yash might even go down here. This heart has been disabled for quite a long time. The Chakram, now they just have to come back to Bristleback, to Timbersaw though, and they will destroy Bristleback along the way. James Naismith doesn't want to be hit by that Xbox the spot, but the BKB will not stop the black hole. However, that was a black hole without any follow-up. Those Mega Creeps are destroying the Enigma. Ben-Hur is finally in the enemy base. They want to kill off the Lich, and they will manage to do so. Now the Queen of Pain still fighting against all these heroes alone. Uses the Sunstrike, uses the BKB, and there's no hit from Rosemont available to kill her off right now. Panda is fighting against 2. Is going to finish off the Ursa. The Queen of Pain didn't catch Rosemont in time. They need a Sonic Wave, but they only have a cheese, which the Queen of Pain managed to grab out from the Rubik before she died, I think. Or the Rubik still has his. Yeah, she managed to grab out from Rubik. However, they lost the 2 tier 4s, a lot of shrines. No Mega Creeps are starting to do a lot of damage to the enemy team. The Torrent, cashing out the Ursa, his Desolator, Enrage activated, wants to fight, but the Cold Snap, they're not going to dispel in time from the Enrage because he used it a bit too early. The Sunstrike hits him all in the face. The Deafening Blast to prevent him from killing Rusman. And even those Mega Creeps are destroying everything. And they even destroyed the Enigma for now. They're actually surviving, and the team from Happy Feet will not be able to take this tower down. They're just going to throw bodies at the throne. Throw bodies at the throne until you manage to finish it off. Honestly, there's nothing else you can do here. Wait, what? Where is it? He's dancing around. Cool. Dancing around, as a good invoker does, as a good Kunkka does, sorry. Because he's losing the game, but he knows he still has to lose his bracket, so it's not entirely lost. Right now, they have to create some space. Oh no, for the Mega Creeps to push. Jules knows this, he has to force staff himself immediately. Force staff, quick. Yule Scepter, that was offensive. Force staff to survive. They steals the ice wall, even puts it down probably. The tornado catches him out. It can steal the tornado though. EMP will be stolen. Yeah, that's not too bad. Good stuff, Jules, but you came a bit too late. Oh, Actually, Jules might survive. The Earth Shadow's not killing him entirely. Jules will survive thanks to Yash's help, and Yash now wants to fight, but it's against 3. Not the best of ideas, but they're out of their base. Those Americans are going to continue to push, and they're actually joining into the team fight as well. That ghost ship comes in and does not actually do anything against Yash. Takes the BKB in time. He's not going to bother with the Timbersaw. The prime objective here is the R7, and he's like a nice rib steak, ready for the taking. The Kunkka murdered by the Bristleback, and now it's time for Happy Feet to take down the Ancient. The last objective, last obstacle between their road to victory. Chakram stolen, but for some reason he only got 1 that time. Oh, because he stole the wrong one. Huh, interesting. That's an interesting mechanic. Panda is trying to get away from the nasal goose stacks, but the Solar Crest starts hitting him down. The Burstback is not even interested in Panda, just wants to bring him down, but the Timber Chain doesn't actually hit a tree. Panda will commit suicide by that Timber Chain miss, and with that, the GG will come out from the Prime NND. Who's Mind dying as this happens. The throne also being destroyed by the Mega Creeps. One last black hole for the road, but they're killing off with a Chain Frost. The guys from Happy Feet will take this best of 3, 2-1, and advance to the next round of the winners brackets, whereas the Prime NND will be lowered down to the losers brackets and try to win from there, guys. That said, my name has been DSwordfish. Hope you've enjoyed the cast for today. That has been me for the day. I'm done. Now we can join into the second channel for ProDota Cup, where you can find the EU game, or just stay here and the next EU game will come by as well. Hopefully, if you enjoyed Happy Feet versus the Prime NND, hope you enjoyed the cast. If you haven't, feel free to tell me why in the comments. I'm always open to criticism, and I'm always open to improve. Apologies for some of the stuttering. It's been a late night last night for me. A lot of casting these days, so it usually doesn't happen. Hope you enjoyed the game regardless, and do follow me on Twitter if you did enjoy, like I said. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more SCA casts for the Happy Feet games. If you do want to watch the replays, they're all on my YouTube channel, by the way, so check me out on Twitter, and there's the YouTube link. And I'll see you guys next time with some more Dota 2 from the ProDota Cup. Until then, guys.